Hi everyone, so here I am in sunny San Diego today, and I've travelled here for a personal development conference. Now, pretty much everyone in my life said, don't go, it's too far, it's too scary, what are you doing? But something drew me to come here, something in me said I needed to go and I needed to come to this, because I guess I was feeling a little bit flat and probably wasn't feeling like I had the energy and zest that I needed to give to everybody in my life that deserves it and needs it. Everybody in the active mum community, my family, my friends, everybody that needs part of me. I didn't feel like I was having enough energy, enough zest for life to give as much as I would like to. So anyway, cut a long story short, I decided that I needed to come, and I actually left Australia with $400 in my bank account, which is something that I would never do. I've always been a saver, I've always had backup funds, but still I went, no, I still need to do this. So anyway, I've come across the world looking for the answers, and I remember being at the airport and having a conversation. Actually, I was a blubbering mess in tears because I was leaving my kids for the first time and going across the world. So I was crying, and I was like, what if I'm going across the world to find the answers and the answers aren't there? And someone very special to me that I was talking to on the phone said to me, he said, but what if they are? And so I was like, yeah, you're right. And so I was crying, blubbering mess. And this lady sitting next to me at the table next to me, who I didn't know from a bar of soap, handed me a packet of tissues. And she said, and that's all she did, she just handed me tissues. And then when I got off the phone, I said to her, oh, thank you for that. And she said, are you okay? And I just said, no, and I cried. And this stranger just gave me the biggest, warmest hug. And I stayed in that hug, hugging this lady that I'd never met for ages. So I don't know why I was telling you that bit, but yeah, that I guess that was that, somebody that I didn't even know showed me love, and in that moment that meant so much. And so I've come across to this conference, and I started to get a bit worried that I knew nobody, and I was walking into this room of 400 people, and I walked into the room, and I walked in late because I'd slept in, because I woke up at 5:30 Australian time, which was 9:30 in the morning here. Anyway, so I walked into the room, and the first lady that I came across, or she came to me, she said, oh, did you just get here? I said, yeah, I'm from Australia. And she took me under her wing, and she went and sat me with a group of people. And from there, we had to tell our story in this little group, and this other lady, Emily, she got up and she introduced me to the whole room, and she said, this girl's come from across the world, so if you see her, come up, say hi, and give her a hug. And so then people did. They started coming up and talking to me, and I felt like I belonged. I felt like I was part of a community. And I met this really cool girl called Julie. Her name was Julie, and we connected. And when you meet those people and you just think, this person gets me, I get them, and there's that connection. Well, I met this girl called Julie, and it turns out that she'd written this book called Get a PhD in You. And I'd listened to her podcast a few months ago, and I couldn't get the book. And I said to her, I've been looking a bit, I was trying to get the book, and so anyway, we chatted, and she said, I'm going to give you a copy of the book. So Julie gave me a copy of her book, and I would highly recommend that to anyone in our community. And then I was talking some more, and I met another girl, and she was amazing as well. And she just had this great energy and vibrance, and her name was Alyssa. And she'd written this book, which was From Frustrated to Friggin' Awesome. So she also gave me a copy of her book. And then I was talking to another girl, and we were talking about kids and family, and she'd also written a book, and her book was The Miracle Morning for Parents and Families. So these were all people that clearly I needed to meet on my journey. They're going to give me a gift that then I can share with so many other people, so many other mums, And I guess the big, I said I came across the world looking for answers. Well, the answer that I found was right there all along within me, and it's something that I teach all of you every day, is the importance of prioritising you. The importance of prioritising yourself, your mental, physical and emotional health above all else. So we did this visualization exercise where we sort of looked at our life, and it went through the years, and you sort of got to the end of your life, and you're looking back at all the people that you've touched and affected in your life, that you've had a positive impact on. And in my visualization, there were thousands of mums. So at the forefront was my family, but behind that were thousands of mums whose lives that I had helped to change by helping them to be the best version of themselves, to look and feel the best that they can feel, physically, emotionally, mentally. Yep. And then behind them were the families of each of those mums whose lives I had impacted, that then had a ripple-on effect to their family. And so when I came out of that visualization and I had seen that, I was like, okay, so this was my life's purpose, to go and, help other people to live a better life, which then affects their family and affects everyone and helps make the world a better place, yeah? But I went, where does that start? Why, obviously I'm doing it now on a small scale, but to do it on a large scale, what needs to happen? And it came back to me. I needed to prioritize me. I needed to be the best version of me so that I have the energy to go out and give to my family at the front of that line, my friends, and then all of those other mums, and in return their families. But it starts with me, and that's what I teach all of you every day, is that it's so important to prioritize ourselves. The oxygen mask theory on the plane, if we don't put the oxygen mask on ourselves first before we help others, then we actually can't help others. And it's so true that while I'm not living my best life and I'm not looking after myself with exercise, good food, just taking time out to relax and rejuvenate, then I can't possibly have the amount of energy that I need to give to all of you. And if you aren't, prioritizing you, then you don't have the amount of energy you need to give all of yourself to your family and friends and work and everything else that's out there. So I guess that's a big message that I've come across the world to learn. I'm sure there's lots of other messages that I'm going to get along the way, but it's just really the importance of self-care. And, I run a business, I look after 5 staff, we've got 200 clients. I'm a single mum with 2 kids, friends, family. I'm constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And sometimes you just need to stop and give to yourself so that you can keep giving and giving and giving to others. So that's my message today. What can you do today to give to yourself that will then in return give you the energy to give to everybody else? And I'm going to create an online community. So we've got obviously Active Mum in person, but I'm going to create an online Active Mum community where, each day we can work on, those elements, the physical fitness, the mental and emotional health, just to get you all looking and feeling your best. And, at the end of the day, supporting each other on this journey, because that's what we need. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to do anything. So let's create that community. Comment below if you're interested in joining the Active Mum community. We'll set it up and get it happening. So take care, guys, and today is all about prioritizing you. Comment below, tell me what you're going to do today to just do something nice for yourself. Take care, have a great day.